Let's go, Pats, indeed. So another week down, and we had our first preseason game against the Colts. Unlike the Cowboys, didn't get the W. No big deal. It's more about the work you're putting in during the week. That's what matters. And we didn't really have a lot of starters going all out in this one. I'm expecting, based on what I'm seeing, I think starters are going to play a little bit more this week against the Eagles. And there's going to be some heated practices. There's going to be some interesting news and notes. Jalen Carter is all fired up to be doing joint practices with New England. So we're going to see what happens. But coming out of that last one, the game itself, there were two things. One, our kicker stopped knowing how to kick. Not good. Not good. In the post game, Vrabel pretty much said, well, he knows he's going to make those. I don't think his job's on the line. But if he goes and misses a couple gimmies against Philly this week, then I would imagine you're going to see them bring in a veteran kicker just to push him a bit because it's something you have to do, right? But remember, this is the same guy who I was freaking out about last season when he struggled in week one, and I thought we kept the wrong kicker. I was very, very wrong, which was awesome. It's early. It's just preseason. I'd rather he miss kicks now than in week 12 or in January. So he's just getting him out early. Just getting him out early. The other thing that came out of New England was going into the game. We're talking about all the depth that we had at offensive line. Offensive line's remade, revamped, improved, ready to take a leap forward. We even dealt away an offensive lineman we decided we were probably going to get rid of and cut, and got a 6th-round pick for him to Miami so that they could get some depth. And what goes and happens in this one? Well, ouch. We had some injuries. The biggest one was to Ben Brown. He suffered a leg injury, and Coach Vrabel said he's going to be sidelined for several weeks. I would imagine that means even if he's healthy, we're not going to see him play again in the preseason. And you're saying, Ben Brown, who's this guy? Well, he's our top backup on the offensive line. He's someone that's expecting to get a lot of play, a lot of action in that rotation. So he's key. So, and last I checked, Nick, I don't know if you knew this, but for offensive linemen, legs are a really important part of the body.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a little thing called leverage, and that's apparently where you get it. Didn't know that. Thought it was all arm strength.
That's where it seems to be. So he is out for several weeks. So that is no good. And then on top of that, another backup guard, Andrew Rupchich, suffered an injury as well. And his season is now over. He has been placed on season-ending injured reserve. So that was that.
Man.
And so Rabel has even said that Caleb Lomo now is more than likely going to start getting a lot of snaps at guard because they're going to need the depth. They did go ahead and, as of yesterday, they signed a veteran offensive lineman, Greg Van Broten. He's going to come in and give them some depth and some veteran experience. He is 36, so he's had 105 career start. Yeah, it's not too bad, but they're really getting beat up at that position. He's got 105 career starts, over 44 total games over 11 years. He started the last 3 seasons. He's been a starter. He started all 17 games for the Raiders in 23, and then the last 2 years, he started all 17 games for the Giants. So that means he was making some blocks for some important running backs. So hopefully that veteran experience is something we can plug and play if we need to, but if not, he can be our top. He can slide into where Ben Brown was and keep that depth there. So, and then we don't need to rush Ben Brown back, which would be really, really good. Yeah. So there's that. And then there's the Christian Gonzalez thing. So he did get hurt. He hurt his ankle a little bit going up against Romeo Dubes in practice, but as all reports are showing, like Vrabel kept saying it was an injury while he's out, but there's no reports about him getting imaging or this or that. It does seem he has now pivoted more into a holdout situation, and more like the reporting from Jeremy Fowler and others is that um, Robert Kraft really pissed him off when he talked about making him the highest paid uh, player at his position and highest paid New England Patriot ever in the press. He got pretty upset that it was in the press, and dude, grow a pair. It's not like Jerry Jones saying, you get injured sometimes, so we don't want to pay you more. This is Robert Kraft saying he's going to give you all the dollars.
It's
Just sign.
business.
You really don't want to play for Mike Vrabel? You'd rather go and deal with Jerry Jones at Dallas? Come on. Do you want to end up in Cleveland? Las Vegas? You don't want to end up in these places.
Hey,
You'd love being in Dallas, but that's not the point. Don't worry about that, Christian Gonzalez. You're not going to end up there. We'd ship you off somewhere else where we'd probably get a top 10 to top 12 draft pick is what we'd do. So you want to play in the postseason again? Robert Kraft's old. He's excited. He's excited to keep you around. He views you as the next generation. He would love nothing more than he's now gotten to the Super Bowl with 4 different head coaches. So he's been to the Super Bowl with Bill Parcells, obviously with Bill Belichick. 3 head coaches. And then now Mike Vrabel. So 3 different head coaches. He would love to get a win in a Super Bowl with someone other than Belichick to say, look at me, look what I can do. I don't need Bill to win these Super Bowls. And it's players like Christian Gonzalez that are going to make that happen. It's players like Drake May that are going to make that happen. So, and by all accounts, he loves being a Patriot. So I don't know if this is more his agent is working overtime, but he's got the same agent that there's a guy in the Seahawks, same draft class, just made a boatload of money and reset the market again at his position at cornerback. Christian Gonzalez is not Drake May's backup. So we got to pay it. We should pay it. But the other thing that was coming out was Christian Gonzalez didn't want to be viewed as needing to be paid in 26. He wanted it to be as if he's being paid at the numbers where they'll be in 27. He wants his contract to last. Well, that's not how this goes. You sign top of the money deal now. The cap goes up next year. You lead us back to the Super Bowl. You win Defensive Player of the Year. You help us win a Super Bowl. We're going to redo your contract. And at that point, if we don't, okay, then demand the trade and go to the Rams, go to the Browns, go wherever.
I am so confused by this whole situation because the Cowboys with Micah Parsons, it's all about cap space, and we will be in cap space hell in the next 2 to 3 years. I mean, it's just going to be, we're going to have to keep moving money around and play the game or whatever. But the Patriots have $33 million under the cap. What are we doing? I don't understand. I'm confused. Just pay them, give them a big bonus, manipulate the money. What's going on?
I'm a big fan of Robert Kraft. He's done things the right way for a long time. And the best part about it is, and we've talked about this on the pod before he was owner of the New England Patriots, he was a season ticket holder sitting in the stands in Foxborough, at Old Foxborough Stadium. So he loves this place, and he wants to win for the fans just as much as he wants to win for his reputation. I'm really thinking that Christian Gonzalez's agent I have no knowledge of this, but I feel like it's an agent issue right now because we don't have the penny counter and Bill Belichick running the show anymore. Vrabel's okay with spending money. Kraft wants to spend the money. So if everyone in New England wants to give him the money, it's got to be the agent, right?
You got to think, but it's got to be over some weird little things of exactly when I get paid. Guaranteed money is definitely going to be a factor, but
guarantee all of it. Robert Kraft, you're a billionaire, and it's the NFL. Just guarantee his whole contract.
Yeah.
If we If Kirk Cousins can get a guaranteed contract and he's never played in a Super Bowl, I think Christian Gonzalez can get a guaranteed contract.
Yeah, hopefully the NFLPA just gets rid of the whatever. I don't even the guaranteed money versus the actual contract that we just never count on over there. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's really confusing though. But I'm even thinking through just salary cap because again, I'm right there with you. I don't think Robert Kraft would have already paid him. You guys, by the way, would you guys rank on most valuable franchise? You guys are up there, right? Like
I
number
was actually,
four.
it was 4 or 5,
Yeah,
maybe 6. I'd have to look again, but I was actually surprised it was lower than I thought we were going to be right behind y'all, and we weren't. We
yeah.
were a few lower, and that surprised me.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, you were in the world. In the world. I mean, it's a very
Yeah,
valuable franchise, and the Lakers, I think, just sold for what was it, 13 billion or something, or
12
10 billion.
billion. And I think part of
So
that, the teams that have passed New England, it's been because of the value of like their stadiums as well. Because there's like New England Stadium, it's open air. You can't do as much in it as you can in LA, in Vegas, those sort of things. But it should
yeah,
be open air.
yeah, and the only reason why the Cowboys are where they are is just because he always angles it at a point of revenue. So we've got the Renaissance centers and things like that when it comes to the practice facility and things like that. Jerry will, I think, always be ahead because that's just all he thinks about is money.
He's
Less more.
Jerry's the best marketer in NFL history.
It's good. It hasn't won a Super Bowl in 30 years, and still it's the number one topic in national media simply because
But he's
it's.
got 3.
He does. He does. He does have 3. But yeah, when it comes to his situation, I just don't get it. I don't get it. There must be. Now, I will say I'm not a capologist. I always dive into
Neither am
it,
I.
but I'm looking at the Cowboys situation. I'm looking at your situation, and I'm going, well, this one seems to be easy. It seems to be very easy. The only contract that you're going to have to worry about in the future is Drake Mays, and you can
Yeah.
manipulate that too. I mean, that's how it works. And
And you know what?
the
I
salary cap
think
itself
May's
goes
not going
up.
to want, yeah. And I think May's not going to want every single dollar he can get. I think he's smart. I think he'll have learned from Brady.
Maybe.
I think he's going to, or Mahomes. Mahomes has done very well with how he's done it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good kumbaya relationship with Mahomes in Kansas City because they gave him one thing. They know they need to pay him more, and then they've slowly but surely taken that 10-year contract with them and just slowly just keep increasing it to whatever the quarterback market value. So it's a nice handshake deal that they had between business and player, and I think it's genius. I really like the way Patrick Mahomes has done it. I don't know if they've taken advantage of it for Kansas City. They need to work on that, but you know, we'll see. But preseason is done, Rob. I mean, you're overall feeling. You don't seem as optimistic as before, but it's the first
I'm
week.
annoyed. And I'm annoyed because ESPN and most sports outlets, if something starts to go wrong with the Patriots, they love just to harp on it, even if it's the littlest thing, because for some reason, people are still jealous of the Patriots. I'll take
Well,
it. Um, I'm not going to really be worried until the real games start, but if we don't have Christian Gonzalez in in the lineup in week 1 and he's holding out for money, that's crap.
yeah, yeah. I think you're gonna pay him. I think it's my guess. Maybe I shouldn't say that though. I jinxed Micah Parsons' situation last year, so I thought that was guaranteed. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's a debate. This is what they do all the time. I guess we should get into it. I don't know if we have too much information going on here, but your internet's been fine, by the way, Rob. But
Okay,
but I guess let's get into Homer headlines.
let's do it.